Hello, we are talking about the tutorial of the program numbers. Okay, the program number is one part of iWork, and then we are now finishing the part one of the number already. So we're gonna continue on the part two. Okay, so let's see the number one, data entry, cell editing. We passed already. So today is gonna be the topic numbers two. That the numbers two is about formula function and then some case study. Okay, so let's go. We start the numbers program. Okay, we can start the numbers program. We just say the numbers. Even though the numbers have a lot of template, and then I recommend you to use template in the real world, but for our practice purpose, we use the blank template. Okay, so once we have the blank template, what we are doing right now is we gonna have the blank table and a blank sheet. Okay, so in this sheet, I gonna just name the sheet that is my sheet. Okay, and then this is the table one that we didn't need to do anything. So we just see how can we put the formula inside. Please note that when we use the numbers program, it doesn't mean that the formula going to be just only the number. We can use the formula with the text input too. For example, when we set AAA, and then we put some file. Okay, so if you try to put text and then the file, okay, like this one, you can put some formula by starting with the equal sign. You see they're gonna starting to become the mathematic formula. And then when we want to use a function, we can just put the function name inside. For example, we want to do the function of sum, so we equal and then type sum. When you type, the numbers gonna recommend the name of the function. So when you open the bracket, it's gonna change the shape like this, and then you put the parameter. The parameter most of the time is gonna be self-referent. So after we do it all, we close the bracket, and then yes, after we close the bracket, you're gonna see in here we gonna have the tip look like this. We gonna have this one, and then so we just press enter. It's gonna become the formula, the function inside, the formula inside, and then that is the result gonna show. Yes, we can do the formula with the text. For example, if you have the operator like ampersand, like this one, operator like ampersand is mean adjacent to each other. So when we put ampersand for two text parameter like this one, the result is gonna be these two text adjacent to each other. Okay, so you see here we are, and then when you click inside, they're gonna have the formula, and then the formula is gonna show underneath the numbers window like this. Okay, here we are. So let's see that if you want to do the formula, we can use the formula in so many formats. And then today we're gonna learn how to use it in the mathematic function. Okay, so let's delete all, and then we can just using the formula in some situation. I can have student ID like this one, and then let's say the student ID, I may just make up the number. Okay, gonna be like this. So I make up around 4 students. So after I make up 4 students like this, I can put the okay, and then the student may have quiz 1, the midterm quiz 2, and then final, and then we're gonna have total. Okay, here we are. So I reduce the size of the table to become the only one need. Okay, here is we just do it. So for example, quiz 1, student may get 10, 20, 14, and final we get 35. Okay, so I just try to copy the file. So you can just copy, and then the file gonna come, and then you can do something for modify the people score inside. This one I just make up. So if you put another number, it's okay. It's not the big deal anyway. Okay, here we are. So let's see, the student may have the valid score. side. Okay, so in the beginning we can do the title. So if you want to use mathematics to do, you can just set this one and then we add sign and add. Use the add sign to do the addition. We just do on this, we're gonna get the result. But anyway, using this one is very poor style because in the numbers they have a lot of built-in function as well. So we're starting here, and then if you want to put the function, you can just put something like insert formula, and then here is some let's say the function that most frequent used. For example, we set sum, right? So we just click sum, and then when they sum, they're gonna sum on the left like this one. They are quite smart. For example, you can come to another one, and then you go to formula and then click sum. They're gonna just sum the value on this. Here it's gonna sum the value on the up, so we don't want it, so that's why we need to come and then we type in the formula by ourselves. So we equal sign and then just say sum and open the bracket, and then you drag to the part you want, and then you close the bracket. It's all like this. Function name, open bracket, put the parameter, and close the bracket. So this one is going to be sum of this. Therefore, if you try to copy the formula, use Command C, they're going to do copy, and then you paste. Command V, they're going to paste here, and then when they paste, you're going to see that here, when the formula comes, they're going to have the reference like this one. Okay, here, this one, the reference gonna come. This is the cell name F2. When we said F2 is the result of B2 to E2. F2 is E2, B2 to E2. Therefore, if you go to F3, the formula gonna be B3 to E3 as well. Did you see? So this one we call the relative. Relative is mean that whenever you copy the formula gonna follow you like this. So in order to make sure that you understand, I create new student. I create new student, and then once I create new student, and then I try to put the score of this student, and what you're gonna see is if I try to put the score, we're gonna have the new field, the file inside, and then this file gonna generate automatically, and then it's gonna be B6 to E6 because the new one is F6. So this one is very good because the relative is gonna make the formula follow you whenever you copy, so you didn't need to type formula in any cell you want. Anyway, this one is for the score. Okay, so maybe I change the name to score, and then I create a new sheet. New sheet. This one I'm gonna set this one is for the mathematics sheet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna use some of the function called some of the example called multiply table. So what is it? Multiply table, you can start with 2, 3, 4 until 12. So you can add up, but anyway, we don't want to use this width of the column, which is only this one. So if you want to adjust the size together, you can do something, right? You just say and then you adjust. They're gonna do the ratio like this. Or what you can do is you just double click. When you double click, they're gonna make the size to become as small as possible. Okay, so this one I don't want, so I just delete this column, and I can add up like this. And then by the rule of the series, I can just drag. So I want to do multiply table for 12, and then this one is 12 as well. Here we are. So we just do it. This one is 10, therefore we do 2 more, and then we're gonna have this one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this one we want to do the multiply table by percent equal to this multiplied by this. Okay, 4, beautiful. And then I copy the formula. Oh, something wrong. 2 multiplied by 3, supposed to be 6, not 12. But why it's become 12? If you see the color, you may notice. We see the formula inside is C1 to the B2. But the point is, we don't want, if we want to do multiply table, we will not do we will not do C1 and B2. We do C1 and A2. So it means we need to, let's say, lock the column. Therefore, this cell is not right. So we want to force the A2 column to be fixed. So when we click on here, we call this technique preserve. What is the meaning of preserve? When we set preserve column, they're gonna have the dollar sign in front of A, or another simple word, they lock. Or some program we call absolute or whatever. So when we lock A, when we lock A by using the prefer A, so when we copy and then 1, 2, 3, 4, what happens is, no matter what you do, when you move along to the right hand side, the column will not move along with you. So it's always A, no matter how much you copy. So even though you copy for 12 times, it's always A inside. Okay, can you see this? It's always A inside. So this one is good enough. Okay, so we're gonna do this one with 2 multiplied by 3 in the vertical side. Therefore, I do exactly the same thing. So let's say I do copy, and then here again, same thing happen. Okay, so when I copy, it's supposed to be B1, not B2. So 2 multiplied by 3 is supposed to equal to 6 because we don't want 12. Therefore, we need to change this one. That please preserve the row 1. So the last sign is in front of row 1. Okay. So therefore, if I want this one to work well, so I just delete all and then copy again, like this. So when I copy on the right hand side, it's still number 2 in A2, right? And then I do this one, this same thing, and then we do this formula. So this one gonna be row 1, no matter what happens. So you see, when you go down, this one gonna still refer to row 1. So if you finish all of this one, what you need to do is you just copy and then fill the table. And here you come, 12 multiply table. Here, like this one. Okay, so you can adjust the size of your column a little bit. Okay, beautiful. And then I set table name to become multiply table. Okay, here we are. That's it for the multiply table. So in this one, what you learn is preserve, or dollar sign. Okay, so you see this one, let's say show you some trick. If you are the expert, maybe you need to use the tools like mouse in order to make your formula. You can, if you are the expert, you can just use your keyboard. So for example, I said B1 multiply to A2, something like this. So I know that I have to force the row 1 and column A. So I said B equal to B, and then dollar sign B1 multiply, and then preserve column A, and then 2, like this. Okay, so we force lock on this one, and we just use only keyboard, and then we do exactly the same thing like last time, and copy and paste, and then here we are. We copy and paste Command C and Command V. So here I present to you multiply table. Okay, so I save to make sure that it is the landmark for this one so that you can have the file and then put it peacefully for your desktop. Okay, so I said numbers topic 2. Okay, here we are. So let's go to the next topic. So we can do multiply table already, and then we are using the formula. Absolute and relative. The word absolute is for another program. For our program, we call prefer. Prefer. Okay. So let's come to a little bit about the function. They have a lot of the function to do. Average, sum, count, min, max, count, a. So let's see what it should look like. What it should look like. So we come back to numbers program and then come to the score sheet. This one we do sum already. You see there are sum. So we come back to here, and then even though you have sum, you can have more and more table inside. So let's say do some decoration. Okay, the data look like this. If I set the alignment to become center alignment, it's gonna look good. Here we are. And then here as well, I use the cell, right? And then the cell supposed to be the number with 2 decimal. Oh, I said 3, should be 2. Okay, here we are. And then in the total column, let's say the total column supposed to be the something like the bone, like this. So in this one you have table, and then you can set this one is BIS 1141 section 4 to 5 score. Okay, so we have this one. I create another table, very small table, so this one I can show something to the student. So I'm gonna show some statistics to the student. So therefore I delete the row, the header row, and then let's say this one should be statistic. Okay, here we are, and then we go to this one. We don't want table name, and then let's say we can do mean, minimum, maximum, and standard deviation. Okay, so how can you get the mean? So the mean is mean. You can use some formula. Okay, so you use equal sign, and then for the mean we use the formula name average. Average. So we do average for this one. Okay, here we are, and then we just close the bracket. You're gonna notice that they have something more than just only the reference. The reference is F2 and F6, but we go to across the table. We go to across the table. That's why you need to put the table name. So this one is the table name, maybe a little bit long, right? But no problem. The long the long name is not the one that you need to worry about. They can just use any name you want by using colon between the name of the table and then the reference. Okay, so we just close doing this one. Here we are. Okay, so we do the average, and then we can do minimum and maximum by using equal sign, min, like this. Okay, but the point is I want to tell you that we have some trick. If you select, and then you look down, if you select the range of the number, and then you look in the bottom, they're gonna have this one is the result of sum, average, minimum, maximum, and then count A. The count A is mean count if you have the amount on the value inside. So this one is the popular one. Therefore, if you select all, they're gonna recommend this one to you that we have some 5 formula. So if you want to use this formula, you didn't need to type. You can do all by using just the keyboard by drag it. Here gonna equal to you use the keyboard equal min max something like this. So we can do exactly the same thing. 1 2 3 4, and then we select on that, and then we go to max and then just drag. Okay, no matter you come and then drag by yourself, or you just use this one, it show you the same thing. Okay, So, but the standard deviation is not that popular, right? So we need to use, still need to type standard deviation,นะครับ like this one, and then open the bracket, and then select all, นะฮะ I need to select all this, okay, and then close. Here gonna be standard deviation. You may wonder for the standard, what is the meaning of standard deviation? The standard deviation is for when we do the grade of the student. If you have more and more standard deviation, it means that the student have a lot of various, let's say the difference between good student, normal student, and poor student is very high. But if the standard deviation is low, it means the student almost have the equal knowledge or equal skill, นะฮะ like this one, or another word, maybe the examination is too hard, so everyone cannot do the examination, just that. Okay, here we are. So this one is mean, นะฮะ the mean, or let's say average, นะครับ and then minimum, maximum, and then standard. Another one is quite useful if you have a lot of number. You see, some students may doing the quiz, and then sometimes the quiz is maybe the assignment, and then sometimes the student just didn't submit the assignment or didn't take the quiz. Let's say sometimes it's the online quiz, นะฮะ Therefore, if you have this scenario and then the table is very long, just imagine that you are the teacher, and then in your hand maybe there's the student list of 240 or even 1,000 students. You want to count how many students they submit already, because the one who didn't submit gonna have the blank one, นะฮะ like this. Therefore, what you can do is you can use the function name count, นะฮะ count, they're gonna have count and count A. So let's see what is the difference, นะครับ So the count A is one of the popular functions, so I do count A here, นะฮะ count whether you have the amount or not, like this one, นะฮะ and then if this one I can set 0, it's gonna be the file 0 is mean that student really do the examination, already submit the assignment, they get 0 มา นะครับ like this one, okay, and then if we just set count by using count, like this one, and then count all, นะฮะ count all, like this, okay, the count all they gonna make it to become 4, นะฮะ and then when you put the value, it's gonna become 5, like this one, and then if you put the text inside, the text inside is gonna become 4. Why? Because the count is count only the number value, นะฮะ and then if I change from count, นะฮะ to count A, count A like this, okay. When you say count 8, นะฮะ is gonna count whether you have the number or not too. So if you want to just count only the number, you say count function. But if you want to count whether it has both number and the text inside or not, so we use count A, นะฮะ So this one is the difference between count and count A. Okay, so this one I just make up, so I just delete it in order to, because I just want to show you how the function is look like, just that. Okay, here we are. This one is for the assignment score. Okay, so let's see whether we finished or not. Okay, we do score report, we do the basic function already, and then last one, what we gonna do? We're gonna do the cell function. Okay, so let's see that how can you make the cell function from scratch, นะฮะ So come back to the numbers. Okay, so this one we finished one for the score. So I create a new sheet, set cell, นะฮะ cell report. Okay, cell report. Then I drag it to the right hand side. So cell report, we can set the name of the product and then sell by the region, and then we can do the report as well, นะฮะ So example, I can have the list of product, นะฮะ like this. Let's say I have the Fanta, I have Coca-Cola, I have Sprite, and then I have Splash, Minimate. Okay, maybe just Splash. Okay, and then I have the region. The region, you can set something like Bangkok, นะฮะ and then สมุทรปราการ let's say only Bangkok and metropolitan, ทบุรีนะฮะปทุมธานีปทุมธานีthis one is Nonthaburi not okay okay บางกอกสมุทรปราการนนทบุรีปทุมธานี okay so maybe we just say so this one is the file นะฮะ the file maybe I put the table name it says sell for you in millions นะฮะ in millions per month okay million per month sell for you October 14 let's say here October 14 so let's see I gonna make up the number like this Coca-Cola should be very big Sprite as well Sprite should be the same level of Coca-Cola Splash maybe a little bit small okay here we are and then we do here okay and then let's set the trend of the start okay here okay let's see here okay so I just make up this one is the trend okay so we do this one and then we format the cell become the number and then to decimal with thousand separator okay and then we set the tag to be center alignment okay here we are and then set total okay here okay and then we do the sum okay the total so in the October what you do is you get the sell for you of your stock become like this okay here we can set it for your currency I said this one should be the currency as well as this one gonna be something like the currency and then you can just adjust the table cell to make it look very good can be like this okay look quite good okay and this one we don't want to have it and then you can make the last row to emphasize it by going to the text okay here we are so this one is the example of the cell for you the cell for you can make it and then look the style to make it look quite good and then next thing that you can do is you can add up the chart even though we're gonna have one topic just about the chart but since this one is a cell report the cell report is very good if you use it for the chart so in order to do the chart basically you just say select the amount of the file you want to show in the chart but I just want to show only the raw data we don't want the total data to come so we just select only the data like this one and then you can go to the chart and then you can select the trend the chart like this one okay so it's gonna come up and then make the chart look like this so we have the comparative Fanta, Coke, Sprite and then Splash like this so we put it on here and then this one is gonna be the cell for you in each area if you think this kind of chart is not looking good because it's very hard to compare so I present to you another chart so maybe the chart look like this I just put the total sorry so I don't want the total. Just do this and then let's say chart. So this one is very clear, and then we didn't need to do anything much. So this one we have the formula inside, and then they have the stuff to do like this, okay, and then here is your chart, looking quite good, and then the chart itself you can put the let's say put the chart title, but this one we just come up like this, so it's look very good and it look very professional. So at this moment you can print out, and then if you want to do it in the Microsoft Windows machine, you can just go to the print and then select the PDF and then send the PDF file, and when you have the PDF you can just copy it using the cloud or the thumb drive if you have, and then you can just put it like this one. I said sales report on the desktop, so I just save, and then if you go to see the desktop, you're gonna have the file, the PDF, and then this PDF can open anywhere in the world, Okay, come back to the number. The last thing I want to tell you is that this one is a sales report line, and then if you change the orientation to be the landscape, is gonna look a lot better, and then this one apply to only the sales sheet. So every sheet, if you use the command P try to do the printer, every sheet is different setup, so you didn't need to worry. The numbers is very good. Okay, so let's see, we cover on the topic on the sales report, score report, and then multiply table, and then that's all. Okay, so this one is for the numbers topic 2.